Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
How's everyone doing? Super Metroid Randomizer Action Multi-Category Tournament 2022.
Yep, multi-category, but all of the categories are randomizers. So that's the twist this time.
That's a twist. I'm Solsky, joined by Derp today. Gonna be casting Maniacal versus gamerX459. Derp, give us a rundown of the tournament. What's it all about?
Well, like I mentioned, we're doing a lot of different randomizer modes. So in this week 1, we will be doing full countdown area rando, and full countdown, of course, full rando, but you know how many major items are in the area that you are currently in. Pretty exciting mode. I think this is the first time it's being raced in an official, depending on your definition of an official, but first time in a major SM randomizer tournament. So I think this will be exciting.
Yeah, it sounds cool. The area sounds spooky. I feel like I'm area challenged when it comes to Super Metroid Randomizer, so it's gonna be fun to watch. I do enjoy watching it, so it'll be a fun one to cast. And I'm kind of curious to see how the full countdown runs its course, right? Because as you mentioned, kind of a newer mode or option within the SM Rando community. Really neat concept with how those items count down in the majors, as we see in the top left of the screen there, saying creator, short for criteria, having 3 major items in that map area.
Yeah, 3 major items is actually kind of low, since you have to get Morph Ball in this area, and you usually have to get some kind of a bomb breaking item, so means there isn't going to be a whole lot valuable. Of course, there can't be a suit in this area regardless because of various restrictions, but
right,
does put less incentivize on exploring this area completely.
And so within how the logic works, we're gonna see like an early Morph Ball, for example, I imagine, as one of the majors.
Yeah, just like most randomizers that have been raced, the morph can either be here or in one of the early locations, which I think is just the ceiling even in full rando, because you can't actually go down. So one of 2 locations. Fortunately, it's in the easier one, or unfortunately, depending on who you ask. I should mention, I was talking to Solsky about this before the race. I believe that gamerX only started running this game very recently, so I think this is his first tournament that he's joined. That's always exciting to watch. Always fun to watch new players learn this game. It's a fun game, as it turns out.
Yeah, for sure. It's always like really cool how you can kind of have these open concept tournaments where it's just like anyone can kind of enter, and it's like a great way to learn, honestly.
Oh my goodness, there's triple power bombs early, by the way.
Yeah, Maniacal wanting to go for it, he's like, no, I'm just gonna get this power bomb pack instead. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, with 10...
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, with 10, you can check all of the early items and criteria, as well as the area behind Morph. So, doesn't really need the power bombs in the ceiling.
Yo, gets the first try. Let's go. gamerX already asserting his dominance over Maniacal, a seasoned runner of this game, by getting the D-boost first try. Gets Morph Bombs and charge over here at Billy Mays. So there's the 3 majors, right, at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll criteria 1, criteria 0. Okay.
Hopefully gamerX goes to check these.
Oh,
that's bad.
Yeah, that's... No. Okay.
Yeah, missing out on that charge beam is going to be bad. Hopefully he goes back for it at some point. Maybe he's just checking the area, surely.
Maybe, but look at Michael's going back for it, please.
He has bombs. Why does he need this? He literally picked up bombs.
Dude, he's gonna do bombs, and then I was gonna say he's gonna do bomb jumps, and then he's gonna like slam into that Nova. God.
All right, he's gonna give up. All right.
So I guess Gamer is going to go over to the left side here. This is area, as you mentioned, so this will lead to a different area in the game. Maybe just doing a little bit of a scouting report. I do not recommend pea shooting, but that's okay.
It's only 10 shots.
Is it only 10? I thought it was a little bit more. Oh, that power bomb just like destroyed
I thought it was 10, but yeah, you also just want to power bomb those guys. Either way, he took it very safe and.
Okay, so it leads to wrecked ship. All right.
I wonder if Maniacal goes through this. Actually, probably not. Doesn't really have the ammo to kill Fantoon. Just 5 missiles, but he does have a few that he can pick up early on in wrecked ship, so it's technically possible.
What was the? Let's pay attention to the item count here on Maniacal side, just to see what wrecked ship has. 3. Okay.
Yeah, it was 3.
That was the thing I want to just make sure of.
Yeah, Maniacal's gonna check this first item at least. Might check the spooky missiles as well.
I think that's good considering where he is, and he's gonna get one of the majors here, grappling beam. Okay, so that's a nice item to get early in area, honestly. Just in general, right? Still no super, so can't get to spooky. So he's gonna have to leave. But I don't mind the check here. Just gonna leave. Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, gamerX, like I mentioned, he's newer to the community. I don't know how comfortable he is with the different randomizer modes. Michael needs to be a little careful here, by the way.
Oops. Nope. Bye. Well, gamerX in the lead right now as Maniacal taking that death. Of course, in Super Metroid, unless you utilize a save station of some capacity, you will lose all your progress. So starting fresh from the ship is Maniacal, but he's going to have to go back down there for his morph ball and definitely wants to go back to Billy Mays considering the package deal of morph bombs in charge.
Yeah, one thing to note is that gamerX will need to go down to go back to Fantoon anyways, so there's a good chance that he goes to Billy Mays later and is able to pick up those 2 major items. It's just a little unfortunate that he'll be doing he'll likely explore a lot of this criteria area first,
right?
Not knowing that it can't actually be another major item. But he should get those items at some point, in theory. I wonder if Maniacal even goes back for a grapple.
I don't think he does at this point.
I don't think so either. There's not a whole lot that grapple actually gives you access to. It's one of the many items that can give you access into Suitless Meridia. And the Suitless Meridia requirements in area are a little bit weird because you can enter doors that you normally wouldn't be able to enter through.
Right. Yeah.
But grapple, for example, lets you go from the Sephi fish room area to the right side. I don't really know what you would want to call the areas in that, or the transitions in that area, but you can do that with just grapple is what I'm trying to say.
Question in chat, did Andy lose? Who's Andy?
Yeah, I don't know an Andy. Maniacal getting the second try, that's the best he's done all day. So not gonna have to worry about that anymore. There's so many power bombs in this seed. This is kind of weird. Wonder what this means. I don't actually know what the requirements are in Varia for a Fantoon fight. They have Charge Beam, but they've Charge Beam and 5 missiles, but that's it. I don't think that puts Fantoon in logic. But I don't actually know what the logic is.
I don't either, but I'm flashing back now to like my first ever SM rando seed I ever did, like years ago now. And it was like a forced reserve tank only Fantoon fight. So
oh, that's fun.
It can get pretty bad. It can get pretty bad.
Well, there's the second missile pack, so not too bad. I think the worst case for gamerX, and I was kind of hoping he would check the back of Gauntlet, but it's that super missiles are in Gauntlet. That's a pretty tricky area in the game.
Okay, so
Red Brinstar has an item.
Brinstar has one, like you called out. Okay.
Yeah, Red Brinstar having an item is definitely non-trivial since there aren't a whole lot of item There aren't a lot of items in that area in the first place.
Right.
There's just Spazer. There's a few at the top of
Meridia? West
Tower.
0. Interesting.
Yeah, West from Meridia, another area that doesn't actually have a lot of items.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing they won't need to worry about like Mama Turtle or Beach.
Yep. Yeah, so key call out here for GamerX is he actually has no ability to get any items here in Red Burn Star because they all require super missiles.
Well, he could do the deboost to X-ray, but it's a little advanced. I don't think GamerX is gonna pull that out.
On this kit too, I would say I'd almost say no one would do that, but yeah.
There's some crazy people in
There are for sure. Okay, utilizing the bomb though, you're good. That's good. To not only kill these little guys, but also just be able to
using
break
the
that block
bomb
at the same time.
also looked like he took time to line up his wall jumps, so he was in the right spot. So good strats from GamerX, able to get up pretty easily. Unfortunately, like you mentioned, you can't actually check any of the items up here since they're both super locked.
Yep. We have like 3 area entrances, right, that we can check at this point. Like we have the one at the top. You have the elevator.
Yeah.
Then you have.
Well, you can actually check all of the ones at the bottom. So all 5 are available.
I said 3. He just games on me. He's like, no, there's actually 5, Solsky.
Well, 3 of them are all right next to each other.
Yeah.
So
I was doing the math as I was talking. I was like, wait, no, I'm stupid. It's fine. See, this is why you're driving the bus for the area portion for sure. I'm gonna lean on you here, Derp.
I'll do what I can.
You sound so enthused. All right, so GamerX is gonna check out the elevator here, see where that leads.
Looks like Maniacal might go to check Gauntlet. He does still need those super missiles. There's another West Meridia entrance, meanwhile, up the elevator.
We already saw that other connector as well on GamerX's side, so he knows that he doesn't really have to go through here. At least on the early portion.
Maniacal's actually going to do Criteria Power Bomb first. I think I like this decision. I don't know if I like it in Maniacal's position, knowing that he took the early death and is a few minutes behind, but
yeah,
could just be relying on experience difference, thinking that he can just be thorough and that's how he wants to play.
I think until he finds supers, he's going to want to be as thorough as possible too, and I think that's what he's kind of going through right now. So I don't mind it. Up north, though, like the connotation there.
Up
2
north.
items. Yeah, up north.
Up north.
Just more missiles. What is this? All right, well, we do
GamerX
have
open the door to the map station. Let's go.
All right, well, we do have 3 items up here at high jump, so maybe supers question mark.
To answer a question in chat, GamerX did not save at the ship. He saved at the top of Red Tower, though.
That could be kind of disorienting, right? Like, oh, there's the first.
There's supers.
All right, awesome. That can be kind of disorienting too, right? Like if you save at a save station and like you don't have tracking to the ship, right? Or you forget, like, oh man, that could be bad. Just take a death there, and then it's like, how do I get back home?
How do I get back home? Yeah, fortunately, if GamerX has been keeping track, he has a pretty easy path. Just needs to go up the Norfair elevator to the left, and that puts him at the top of Red Tower, and then going down Red Tower leads him back to the ship. If that's what he wants to do. There isn't a whole lot he can actually do in Norfair without any health.
Has supers though, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Can get to those spooky missiles now, if they so choose. I think that's a bit of a walk though, so probably not gonna see that for a while.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna check out the crates entrance transition.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Just check out that lower portion of Redburn and see where it leads. Double missile. Maniacal definitely rolling his eyes at this point.
Yeah, I think those supers that we found might be just the first intended supers gamerX was able to pick up. Gets that, and we'll jump up. And hey, we're back.
Easy enough. And just another entrance there. Obviously some map configurations or game configurations to allow more entrances to be utilized in the area. This is another one that would normally be closed off with a gate is actually opened up. And actually visible too, for our runners to get to another entrance point here. And it's East Meridia for one item. No? He's going in?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what he's hoping to gain here. There isn't a whole lot to do in East Meridia. He does know where two of the boss areas are now, though. Both Wreck Ship and East Meridia. Yeah, I'd like to see him go back to Red Tower and just check all of the items since he has those super missiles.
Yeah, he was thinking about it there. He's like, no, there's nothing but death down here. I'm gonna leave, thank you.
Yeah, I think he realized... It looked like he realized where he was. Kind of realized there isn't really anything to do here.
Yeah.
I wonder how Maniacal plays this. Because I don't think... I'm actually kind of surprised he's going up first as well. But it is the correct way, as we know. Or kind of the correct way. So we're going to see what's at Spazer shortly. Is able to get out of this little trap. This room is so annoying when you first start playing this game. Because you have to do like full jumps to actually get out. I think Maniacal checked the door and realized he couldn't actually open it, by the way. Shoutouts to that. Hey, more supers.
Okay. Maniacal also going to take the save here.
So one thing worth mentioning is that even though they can technically reach the tube transition, the up door in that room, they can't actually reach it a second time with the tube broken, and it's not in logic, so...
Yeah.
It's a little awkward to check.
So quick question for you there. We saw both runners now save there. So getting into the Red Tower area of Alpha Peeps, you know, when you like go in from reverse, you have that super door that closes behind you. Like, is there any kind of logical, I guess there is logical considerations to kind of put a super there so you're not like just locked in? Maybe? I don't know.
Well, it's a power bomb door that closes behind you, right?
No, it's a super door. Oh wait, no, you're right. It's a power bomb door.
Yeah,
Maybe I got confused with Maniacal trying to open the super door, actually, now that I think of it. Okay.
Maybe. I would have actually liked to see gamerX go back through the transition to the other side of the Norfair elevator, because that would be a lot faster way to get to the top of Red Tower.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Maniacal going to pick up his super missiles. You've seen some trolley seeds already, which I'm sure you're not shocked to hear.
No. The randomizer over the years has conditioned me to just expect the worst at all times, so it's not surprising.
Seen at least one seed where first supers were an hour in, which is as bad as it sounds. I don't know how much health gamerX actually has in his reserve, but he just broke it. He broke his platform. That's problematic.
Yeah, if you're not a little bit quicker on the draw with those spin jumps, but yeah, it looks like he's just gonna reset the room here.
Yeah, good heads up play there.
So Maniacal grabbing the supers leaving is gonna check Grade's entrance here.
I don't remember what this door was. Was this also West Meridia? Oh, no, this was East Meridia.
Yeah, it was definitely Meridia door. Yeah, Maniacal's gonna see the E Merid and just say see you later.
Yep. One item being there is also a little silly, because all of the items there can be really annoying to get.
Yep.
Especially if you don't have speed booster.
Yep. Okay, Maniacal is gonna set up for the grab jump here to be able to check out this door.
Yeah, we'll see if it pays off. Kind of. That's the knowledge.
Yeah, that kind of pays off a little. That's a good scout.
Hey, maybe he just never finds high jump or gravity and just can't get back. It's definitely a realistic scenario in this, trust me. gamerX is wall jumping a little bit too high to get this. He's trying to wall jump at the plant, but you want to wall jump a little bit.
Oh, he got it there. Nice.
There we
go. Yeah, like when you do this enough, you'll know the positioning you got to look for in the tiles that you want to slide the jump on. And like I just kind of caught him getting there. I was like, oh, he's got this.
It's definitely something you get a feeling for pretty quickly since you end up having to do it a lot. It's
tough though. It's way tougher than it looks, honestly. I feel like a lot of runners just make it look way too easy than it is. But it comes just with all that experience, right? Okay, so we're gonna get
Michael also climbing up Red Tower. I'm a little disappointed neither of them saw the just going back through the Norfair transition.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
gamerX has to be careful here. He's running low on energy. He's gonna power bomb.
At least I had 3 power bombs, I think, so it's a little awkward, but if you have to do it, you have to do it.
We can farm them too afterwards as well, right? So it's not too bad to use them. High jump. So there's the major there. Okay.
Still not really sure where the logic is sending them to.
Well, either spooky or... But can you get through the...
You can get to the right side of the ship now, so there's those 2 doors.
No, but I was gonna say, there is the right side door for ship. I was thinking more in wreck ship. Do you need Phantoon killed first before you can get to... what was it called? Forgotten Highway, or is it always opened up?
I think it's always opened up in area rando, so you could theoretically do that. There's also map changes, I think, to make it possible with just high jump. So that's also a possibility. That's definitely the worst possibility that it could be.
Because that's what like kind of tracks in my mind. Those are like the 2 big ones I think we haven't seen yet. But kind of a slow one, right? Like we haven't seen really good value areas like Green Bryn or anything like that yet. So just Meridia and then the up north.
Up north.
Up north.
I want to see how gamerX does this room. Generally, you'll see people just roll into this room.
He's gonna, if he doesn't morph, he's in for some pain. Yep.
Well, he saved, so not too bad. But yeah, just morphing and rolling to the other side will make all the side hoppers chase you, and then the power bomb should finish them off. Just for those looking to do that room safely. Right. He will be rewarded with an E-tank once he completes it, though. We saw that from Maniacal, so that's good. It's actually our first E-tank all game, by the way. It's been 20 minutes.
And then you just have people, but he's got the reserve. Right, so yeah, he's rolling him over now.
Got that nice double hit with the super missile. That's good. His reserves are also in a really nice position, actually, where he takes damage but doesn't take a second instance of damage. Although I think that's actually fixed in Randomizer, which is very silly, by the way. But you know, it's also very helpful.
Okay, so Maniacal and Gamer, same position. Where are you heading next?
Definitely imagine Maniacal's headed to the other side of Criteria. Or maybe he's got other plans.
Do you think he goes back for grapple at this point?
Has he checked the store yet, actually?
He can... What's that? Oh, has he checked this store? No, he hasn't. I'm thinking maybe he just goes back to get grapple because he knows it's there. But he also has
a reasonable fight, a Phantoon fight if he wants to take it.
And he has rush ship, right? and then has the other entryway as well. Like he's got one E-tank, one reserve. He's got enough missiles. He's got high jump, which does make the fight a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think I still expect him to go across to the right side of ship first.
Yeah, I definitely do too. It's a much faster check. You can just save here at ship and then make that scout see what it leads to. If it's like value, like I said, in like say Green Burn Star is probably the big one. He'll probably play that off first, but if not, then it's pretty much gonna be straight to that wreck ship play. I feel at this point. It's not really great options, right?
Well, your options should lead to somewhere that's good at this point. So, looks like gamerX is probably headed the same way. Most likely. He might be incentivized to go down because he hasn't checked Billy Mays yet.
Possible. Yeah, there's the up north of Legends, not the door you want to find as part of the game. Yes, that's right direction at this point.
Actually, the gravel beam is what gives them logical access across this. That's kind of funny. I don't think... Actually, is HPJ in logic? I don't think it is. Maniacal setting up for the CWJ. Look, he's on the right frame.
He is. It's tough, though. It's tough. I see a lot of people, myself included, like to get the item first and then go for it, but...
He's got bombs.
Yeah, there we go. I was going to say that's really good positioning on that first try. CWJ is in logic? Oh,
no, never mind then.
You guys aren't messing around with this one. Alright, so yeah, Green Hills though found for Maniacal, so that's 2 item majors here.
Yeah, kind of low actually, but...
Yeah, it is. But he does have a bunch of checks. Like, in context though, there's not a lot of major items in Super Metroid, so 2 still could be a great number, especially if it suits here. But it could be like beam, any kind of movement item, yeah.
gamerX needs to turn off high jump if he wants to do this. I think he just wanted the E-tank though.
Yeah, I think he just wanted the E-tank too.
So for him, he kind of has to go back to wreck ship. Because we know this doesn't take him anywhere he wants to be.
Alright,
well, there's one of the 2 items.
One of the 2, yeah. Fantastic.
At least he has charge, so if you can also get plasma, he has the microwave. But other than that, not exactly the item you want to be finding right now.
No, not really. It's not really going to help you out too much, unfortunately. The good thing about being in Bryn, though, here, even though there is only 2 majors, is definitely pretty fast place to clear, but also find more E-tanks, right? Starting to think that there was a bunch of Norfair connectors. So it could be something where there's like a hell run required and just needs to get these E-tanks here if they're present.
It is looking like a pick up all 4 E-tanks to progress kind of scene.
We got a reserve too, right? But yeah.
That's even better. You pick up 3 E-tanks in a reserve.
Yup.
I love very randomizer. Smile.
Oh, it's a treat. All right. Now we have Wave Gate, everyone's favorite.
Got it first try. It sounded like. Yep, there it is. Just what he wanted. More power bombs. I wonder where gamerX is headed off to.
Is he going back for the CWJ?
I think he's going back for the hell runs.
Maybe. But... Yes, he is. Okay.
I'm not sure how far he can actually make it. He's got 3 tanks with the reserve.
Well, he doesn't have grapple. There's Various,
well,
so that's the other major. So this is highly unfortunate. Can CF. But
yeah, can CF. You will need to do it.
Yeah, you don't really. Well, yeah, it's tight though. This is a tight hell run, honestly. Like, this is. I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
make it
well, because he has to make it through
because this room
spike
here.
room.
This room here, like, is sucks so bad.
I don't know if he has the health to do this, even with the CF. You would have to go the other way.
You basically can just make it. Like, I've had a scenario like this where I've had to do this in like a not different randomizer, but where it was like 2 tanks reserve, almost identical, and you like just make it to like double chamber basically, getting wave checked. So you can make it to bubble, but it's like stupid tight and you'll die.
Hey, Croc
more
has an
times than
item.
not.
I've had so many
Oh,
seeds in a
God.
row where Croc just had 0. And finally,
I didn't
Croc
know that
holding
Croc was
one
its
good.
own. Okay, so I didn't know Croc was its own area. That's kind of.
Yeah, it's nice because the door is also unlocked, so if you see 0, you can just leave. You don't have to do the fight. gamerX still trying this. I hope he goes left this time, because I think that's a much easier run to get to the bottom of Bubble Mountain. Oh, there's the good.
Not a bad. It's not a bad item, right? It's more damage. The damage. Oh, that's a little too late for that unfortunate death again.
Yeah, Maniacal doesn't even have to wait for that cutscene, by the way. He can just leave. He can just leave. Maniacal.
Bye. You're like, see ya.
Leave, please.
You can get the E-tanks, man. Like, just search for those E-tanks with a variant now. You don't need. I imagine, yeah, Maniacal's probably gonna play on over to Norfair now. But it's only like one major left, right? In Upper Norfair?
I think there's still 2.
Oh, is it 2? Yeah, if it's 2, it's kind of worth it. 1's kind of dicey.
I don't actually remember. I guess we'll see in a second. Again,
Nice.
now
We get
gamerX
double?
took a couple crab hits. Looks like he's just gonna
Yep.
take a reset.
Just take the L from the crabs.
Also, kind of surprised Maniacal took that reserve with Varia, but he has 2 now.
I am too, but it's like there's another E-tank, so doesn't really need it anymore. Yeah, what does Maniacal do? Is it Norfair or is it Wreck Ship? Depends, I guess, where he's at. He's not going to do anything else. I think that's the right call at this point.
Which one is he closer to? I mean, he's definitely closer to Norfair, right?
Yeah, I think he's closer to Norfair at this point. Gamer's gonna try for this right side again. Yeah, this is really tight.
Yeah, I think at some point he's probably gonna give up and go back down, because there's not a whole lot he can do. There are 2 items in this area, by the way.
Oh, there's 2, yeah. That's a good call.
He didn't quite get this Crystal Flash. That was really close, though. You have to be at around 60 for it to go off. Unfortunately, he didn't do it till he was around 40. Yeah, so Maniacal can just cross this and then go down. He'll be where gamerX is, actually. So there are 2 items here. Maniacal is... I'm kind of surprised he's going this way.
It's gonna take him right to Bubble Mountain, right?
Yeah, but he could go the other way and go to the top of Bubble Mountain.
Yeah.
Unless he thinks this is faster. Because he checked the Croc Escape item. It's just a... I don't remember what it is, but it's not a major item.
Crystal Flash is not gonna work. You got reserves.
No, I got it.
You got it there, yeah. No, the other one, like you setting up a little early.
Problem is, he still doesn't really have enough health.
He doesn't have enough at this point, no. Like, even if you play this perfect, so you're gonna run dry by the door, or just as you're climbing it. Like, these are the things, like, you don't think of, is, like, the spikes, obviously, but, like, how slow the trippers are. The tripper's gonna put you into the acid, so you gotta, like, make sure you manage that. The gate. But you can see, he's at 35 energy. If he didn't take the spike hit and lose his reserves, like, there's a good chance he could have made it to the door.
Remember what Cross Product calls that room? The room before single chamber?
No.
He calls it Bowser's Castle. Because there's moving platforms and spikes and lava. Honestly, great name for it.
Bowser's Castle. Alright, GamerX is electing to say, I'm done with this dream. I'm just gonna go to the left side here. I think maybe he's heading towards Rickship, actually, at this point. Nope.
I would hope so. I'm not really sure where else he's going, but I wonder if he forgot about Rickship, as scary as the possibility that is. Because I'm not really sure where else you can go. Actually, he might be checking the tube. He didn't do that. Unfortunately, that's going to take him to Turian, which is good knowledge, but not where he wants to go right now.
What's the grapple's going to help him out tremendously, right? That's the main thing.
Yeah, once he gets that...
Okay, so is that entryway open? Going to LN through the exit?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay. So it is like super open, just to kind of open up the area. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's a really nice major item there, Speed Booster.
Speed Booster. There's still one more. There's not a whole lot of places it can be though.
Mm-hmm.
There's all the items at Ice, and then there's Cathedral, and then the Norfair Reserve. So hopefully it's in one of the Norfair Reserve items, because if not, it's going to be really awkward for Maniacal to get.
Rejected. Maniacal just rejected there on that jump. Yeah, it's just great for two reasons, right? Like, the first obvious one's movement. It's going to make you a lot faster through the rooms. But the second one will be... You know, he doesn't have Wreck Ship scouted yet, and there is majors there. It could be at that Wreck Ship Reserve, so...
Oh, you know what? I think GamerX is going for Ice. He's going for the Ice items. Also, here's the other side of Wreck Ship, so... It's actually pretty nice for Maniacal how that works out. Although I think I would rather see him go back into Norfair, to be honest. There are a lot of items here, too, though. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think here, Solsky? Because I feel like going back and finishing the Norfair checks would be correct, and then you can just head back.
Yeah.
Or at least doing the Norfair Reserve. Like, just do those 3 checks, and then if it's nothing, go back into Wreck Ship.
It's like it's indirectly orphaning a check, right? Like, you know there's a major still there, so I would definitely want to be thorough and just kind of finish it off, but... This is kind of one of those things they have liberty to do in Randomizer, is kind of make these calls in tournament play, where it's just like, you know what, sometimes I don't really want to play safe, right? And I'm just gonna go to the denser area that has a boss, which is Wreck Ship, finding that entrance. So to answer your question, I think it is the right play to finish off and, you know, go for that one item, but it again, it's just an option, right?
Yeah, I think
whether
I'm
it gets
fine.
By it, we'll find out later.
Oh, sorry. I think I'm fine orphaning like the Cathedral Missile and the Ice items, but I feel like Norfair Reserve is so close that it's not that far to just go back and check a few items, and then if it's nothing, you can go back to Wreck Ship. But Maniacal just gonna take the fight. Technically, we know where one of the 3 major items is, and as far as we know, it's not required. Although with high jump and no gravity, the odds of grapple being something that you need to get are higher than they would be otherwise. I think gamerX's stream is frozen at the moment. Hopefully we can get that fixed in just a moment. Okay, so I have some bad news. It seems that the reason gamerX's stream is froze is because he forfeited, and when he ended the stream, he discarded the delay, so the stream just ended. So, definitely hate to see that. I think it was a little bit lost. He wasn't really sure where he wanted to go. I can imagine. I'm trying to think where he would be 7 minutes into the future. And to be honest, if ice wasn't anything good, which the odds of it being something good are pretty low with what we know, I'm not entirely sure where he ends up.
Mm-hmm. But there are plus sides. Now we can directly just make fun of Maniacal the rest of the race.
This is definitely a plus. I'm all for making fun of Maniacal.
This is an actual plus. Just like, don't take it, everything. Don't
I
take
was
it
really
easy.
hoping it would get hit in that missile, by the way.
That would have been funny, actually. Alright, guys, so I guess now we can just kind of focus on Maniacal. Still the 3 wreck ship items. Again, pretty happy, like for him, he's pretty happy of having the speed coming here. Calling out that wreck ship reserve as well. Especially just seeing missile. Where's my prog? I just don't see him really skipping anything at this point, but then he's just gonna go ahead and say no to wreck ship E. I imagine he just does that later, going back if he so chooses to, but oh yeah, there's only 2 because he knows grapple exists.
Yeah, he knows
so
grapple is under
the
West Ocean.
Okay.
That's west, right?
Yes, it is indeed west. Maniacal missing the taps there, unfortunate.
Although technically we don't know that left in this is correspondent to west. It could be north. It's only 2D.
Why you gotta do this though? Like, just, it's west, dude. West. Just imagine it, like, the game designers built this, like, and it was like 2D, but it was like perfectly, like, northeast, southwest.
Maybe.
Like, you know, imagine if like one of the SM developers were around, they wouldn't be like, oh yeah, it's not west, it's actually northeast. You know what I mean? Like, it's 85 degrees over there. Not gonna do that, man.
That would be the dream. Just getting an SM dev to do commentary and just making fun of them the entire time.
You guys do what in this game?
I don't actually know how many of the SM devs speak English very well, though.
Yeah.
The whole Japanese company thing. Well,
oh? Pog?
I believe that is go mode for Maniacal.
Yeah, that is go mode. That is actually go mode.
So he picks that up. He probably just goes down and picks up grapple and leaves the area. I would imagine. No reason to check bowling, right?
Well, he has the mountain missile here. He can just check really quickly. He was thinking about it, and he's like, I'm just going to check this and leave, probably.
Yeah, I think this is the right play. You've got an okay beam combo, and you have all the items you need to actually get through the rest of the game.
That's exactly.
Just needs to find Kraid Flare. That's the only thing he's actually missing.
Okay. So probably the Meridia works then at that point. This is the main thing he wants to explore.
Yeah, he knows where East Meridia is.
Yeah, so we found LN as well.
Did we?
I don't think we did.
Oh, maybe we didn't.
Yeah, I
don't know
think we
why
found
thought
all
we
the Norfair doors. We haven't found LN either. So he has to find a couple more areas. But like kit-wise, he's good. 5 E-tanks, both suits, charge, wave.
I feel
He's
like
got nice movement.
I feel like with how the seed is playing out, this is going to be one of those awful seeds where Crate's Lair is one of the lower Norfair exits, so you're going to have to backtrack all the way.
Right.
This is... I'm hoping I'm wrong, because those just feel awful, no matter what the situation is. But, we'll see. I see this spark from Maniacal. Never mind, we're not.
Oh, he's sparking. Yeah, he's sparking.
But he had to commit extra resources to it.
And time.
I mean, mostly time. He didn't actually commit anything. He just bombed. You have
So
infinite of those.
is this like Exhibit A? Why he was like the slowest member of our team? I think it is.
I think him dying and behind Morph was the Exhibit A, actually.
Yeah. Maniacal, God.
I wonder where he's going, actually. I haven't been keeping very good track of where all the locations are.
Hey,
to be honest.
we talked about this before this started. That was your job. My job was to count.
Well, I have bad news. I didn't do a good job.
I've got some bad news. All right, so Maniacal's got to kind of do a really funky kind of morph jump here. It's not as easy as it seems, because you do have these pesky crabs bothering you, but it's also a really weird jump. And by the way, oops, more crabs. Like they just keep coming.
They just keep coming.
Yeah, it's like the song, right? Like it don't stop coming and it don't stop coming. You know the one.
And
you guys know the
coming,
meme.
And it don't stop coming.
Yeah, I'm not gonna challenge anyone's intelligence of memes right now. I think you all know it, but yeah, it's not a great like room to kind of get through on that side. Okay. Yeah, so imagine just checks the entrance here on the top. And it's just setting up the shine for it.
Yeah, I mean, there's also the entrance on the right that he can check. I imagine he just does both.
Yeah. This one's like the closest, right? So he's just gonna peek in here, see where it is. It's gonna be like, are you in my little crate area?
Yeah, I think Crate and LN will actually have a non-trivial amount of items. This is not where he wants
This is
to be.
not...
He doesn't want to be up north.
No, he does not want to be up north. He's already said no items in up north.
There is one, but he decided not to try to find it.
Imagine if it was like plasma. God. Like, it doesn't really matter, but it's like one of those things like, yeah, I kind of wanted that.
I mean, what's the best item for him to find at this point? It's either plasma or ice.
Plasma, yeah. There's a save room there. That's area rando classic thing. Oh, because of this, that's why.
Yeah, because there's no saves in that area normally.
Yep.
So they added a few. There's one in Main Street as well. I think Maniacal might get hit by this flame, by the way.
No.
It's good.
Fast enough, yeah. Threads the needle.
And like I said, there are actually 2 items in Lower Norfair. That's more than you see normally.
Mm-hmm.
I think that pause, by the way, was him typing to gamerX. They were talking a little bit in the race time chat after gamerX forfeited.
I thought it was Maniacal lamenting on the fact that he died early.
He's lamenting. He's like, man.
He's like,
I could have been here 5 minutes ago.
He just like takes. You ever see this like this look right? Like if someone wears glasses, they just take off the glasses and kind of rub their eyeballs. Like common index finger. That's what he did there. It's like, God, why?
So either you lagged out or I lagged out right when you said that. I'm gonna need you to repeat it.
You ever see like when someone's frustrated, they wear glasses. And they kind of like take off their glasses and they rub their eyeballs.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much with Maniacal.
I do that all the time. I'm not gonna pretend I don't.
Maniacal's gotta be a little careful here. He is lowish on health for LN.
Yeah, without the guaranteed E-tank, since it's randomizer, he's in a bit of an awkward spot. He also used a lot of missiles to kill one of the pirates, so he doesn't have crystal flash ammo. Just extra awkward.
So you could check. Honestly, I would think about checking Mickey Mouse here, but it's fine.
Funny enough, the number of major items makes the check worse because you want to find an E-tank.
Yeah.
And because there are major items here, there's a lower chance that you find one.
Yeah, like it could be an E-tank, it could be screw, it could be plasma. Like either one of those three would significantly help you in this spot, right?
Yeah, screw attack plasma would be really helpful. So it would, well, I guess
you can get through it. It's just like you're gonna be a little slower. Gotta be careful. If you like heck up, then it's like, well, now I could die and lose some time. So it's almost like
it didn't save. Didn't even take the elevator save, I don't think, even though he stepped in the room. Worth mentioning, but hopefully it doesn't become relevant. I mean, it would be funny, but I don't want to.
There's hit number 1. There's hit number 2. Do not hit me again.
Is he gonna go back up and check the item? Yeah.
Oh my. This is what I'm talking about. Like, why wouldn't you just? Yeah, I would just do Mickey Mouse rather than this. Is my point, right?
Yeah. Not exactly what he was looking for, but
yeah, it'll help him out though. It'll make for an easier, like, yeah. I guess he already had 30 supers, and he's gonna most likely farm pre-Ridley, but 35 is also nice to have for Ridley. It's nice to have for Mother Raid too. Like every super's an asset at this point with a just wave charge. Maniacal again taking off his glasses, rubbing his eyeballs. He's contemplating.
Do I really want to fight Ridley anyways?
Yeah, he's like, Solski's talking smack about me right now. I can feel it.
At POV, you're Maniacal, ready to start a new tournament. Game 1, you see the cons. It's Solski. Mood ruined immediately.
God.
Wonder if he puts this grapple beam to good use here, since he probably wants to do a little bit of farming for Ridley. More than a little bit, actually. Probably wants to get mostly full supers.
He's probably going to full farm here.
Look at that double rare missile drop. See that?
Game's stupid sometimes.
It'll do that to you.
It will. It's like always the worst spot too. It's always the worst spots.
I'm getting better luck now. I've actually gotten, like, he's done like 20 farms and has 7 supers out of it.
So cool tech you can actually do here with this farm is like if you just do like a small wall jump on the right side of that thick platform, the thick. Oh
platform. Yeah, you can get the third one.
You can get the third one hovering over. So it's like a extra farm like every 1.5 cycles. Or you can just, you know, do this too. Either one's fine, really.
Just wiggle on the platform.
Yeah, just do your wiggly. Can you actually wiggle off doing it that many times?
No, because you wiggle in place.
Gotcha, okay. Yeah, you're right, because you're not, like, squished in.
I mean, you can wiggle off, but you would have to be doing it intentionally.
Yeah. X Factor strats, Pog. Unpog, though.
It was Pog, then he went for it.
Well, at least the tail finished it off, luckily.
It's about the spirit.
What is this? Oh, he doesn't have enough supers.
Yeah, he only farmed about 20. He has a lot of... He was really banking on the X Factor. But he's got plenty of other ammo, so...
He's now throwing high explosives at Ridley. This is the power move here, guys. To assert your dominance on the local ecosystem. Primarily, it's King Kong, which is just going to grab him, and then tail lash him as well, for good measure.
I feel like this is like back when Ponk ran SM Rando, he would do powerbomb Ridley kills like every run. He would always have like 20 supers going in, so he just had to use a bunch of power bombs. Unfortunately, Maniacal missing a couple of these double hits. So Ridley tries to fly away from powerbomb explosions, but he does a really bad job of it. And most of his flying away is kind of just floating to the center of the room. So you want to put your power bombs right in the center, so Ridley just kind of flies into it.
You also kind of want him diving down a little bit. Like, Maniacal has the proper timing now, so it's easier to kind of call it out. But you'll kind of see that, like, Maniacal's waiting for himself to fall enough off the screen that Ridley starts chasing him before he hits in that powerbomb. That way, Ridley's going to commit. And he actually has to follow through with that momentum and movement before he can fly back up. This is his next... I guess his programming will make him do at that point.
Yeah, you can kind of get into a pattern of power bombing and wall jumping back up.
Yeah.
It's like Maniacal. As long as he doesn't miss a super, he should have Ridley.
Yeah, he should be good here. One of the cooler boss fights in any video game, at least in the 90s, I would say.
It's a pretty cool... It's a cool boss fight casually. I'm not a big fan of it. Trying to do it fast.
Yeah.
Ridley is not very cooperative.
Really, I don't have much of a problem with. Like, Dragon and Fantoon are like I hate these bosses. Just because the Fantoon's obvious, just with the patterns. And Dre just sucks.
At least Fantoon does the same thing every time.
Yeah,
Ridley will just do whatever
Fantoon's
he wants.
not hard, it's just sometimes it's slower, right?
Yeah.
Or Dre is just a piece of trash. I hate that boss. God.
Dragon is fun. Well, he's fun if you don't have to fight him and you have microwave, but other than that, he's fun when you have the any percent loadout, so you can just do like the optimal fight. If you don't have exactly that loadout, it's the worst fight in the game.
I'm just terrible at him. I'm just actually terrible at him, so. Does not matter the amount of hours I've poured into that. He just does not want to play ball.
Don't do that.
I'm okay with that, man. I'd rather just like grind out rooms and get my rooms down a little bit better, but yeah. Okay, well, Maniacal has... Yeah.
He actually does have the any percent loadout if he wants to go for that. Also has the grapple beam, which I would expect him to use.
Yep. Same.
He could have jumped by that. I don't know why he waited for it to fly over him and then jumped into it. Doesn't matter, he's got plenty of health. But I haven't been keeping up with the quota of bullying Maniacal. I need to step it up.
Checking out Firefly here. Actually gets good timing on the flea. It's gonna be able to deboost back here. Nice.
I guess I should mark that. Answer chat, yes, gamerX did forfeit. If you can mark that on the thing.
Spring ball.
Spring ball.
Bad spot for it though. He's not gonna do it.
Yeah, don't hit the check, but you're definitely not going to go back for it, especially in a race. I guess he's not technically racing
Why would
anymore,
he get
but
the power bomb though?
that one I don't know. He's got bombs still.
Oh, maybe he just doesn't want to pre-farm for Turian. That could be it. Oh wait, but it's area, so you get the farm, right?
Well, he also has 30.
Yeah.
Like with
no, I was
that,
gonna say I was saying more for ammo, but I guess because it's area, we should talk about this too. For those that don't know, when you do get to Turian, it does refill everything. So it gets all your energy, all your ammo.
Maybe he just saw a yellowish item and thought it was an E-tank and ran into it. What do you think?
Maybe. He's like, oh, I'm saved. Whoops.
Wait a minute.
Just kidding. No, I'm not. Alright, this should be crate, I guess. Yep, crate.
Yep, and he's gonna have to go all the way back.
Yeah.
You hate to see it. Good news is he knows where Turian is, and he knows where both East Meridia entrances are.
Let's go for these supers too.
Yeah, with not a great beam combo, I'm not surprised to see him pick up as many supers as he is.
I feel like this is faster than putting up with wave charge. or how many more shots it's gonna be.
I mean, how many wave charge shots equals to super? That's one. They do 150.
I was thinking like 15 or 20 for the
Yeah,
pop.
so 2 shots on Mother Brand is a super. So 10 shots would be 5 supers.
Yeah.
And you can do the 5 supers in less than 2 seconds.
Close. Yeah, it's pretty close to that time. You just grab
so
it.
with the fanfare, it actually almost breaks even. It's a little bit faster to pick up the item if it's right there, though. It's also just better, though. It feels better. So I'm not really going to blame people for picking them up.
No. It gets quick kill.
Looks like he is just going to check all of the items in this area to try to find the major item. There are only 3 spots, so I think it's the correct choice. And he knows that...
The major's at E-Tank.
Yeah, it's at the E-Tank. It has to be something at least decent. It'd be a little disappointing if it was Screw Attack now, but it will help him on the way out.
It'd be pretty funny. Or Space Jump, right? It's the other one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I say that, but he does...
is probably the nicest thing that he can get because it's going to speed him up through the Metroid rooms. It's going to get him my sub.
I mean, I think the nicest is still just Plasma, even though he's spent all this time picking up supers. Just having Plasma instead
it will be for DPS,
fun.
But Ice to me, I probably prefer just for utility. I'd have the supers and the charge waves. I'm sorry for that. And you're going to get your wish. It's going to be Plasma. So yeah, he's got more damage now.
It also means he can just do the microwave strats on the Meridia bosses, so we don't need to worry about any silly boss fights. And it'll help a little bit going back through. You can do this through all of the 3 Musketeers.
Alright, so we're back to Low North now.
Low North. He's going for Spring Ball.
Oh, what a memer.
American hero.
Is he, though?
Not really. Plus, you're Canadian anyways, right?
Right.
Well, he'll have Spring Ball. That's nice, I guess. Did it for the fans, really. It's not us, though. We're not the fans. I do think Maniacal did a good job in the seat after the early death, though. Like, there are a few instances of maybe not being the most comfortable with area rando still, but he routed well and was able to keep a clear path through the game for the most part. He's got plenty of energy, doesn't need a Crystal Flash there. But he was setting up for it for a second. Yeah, he's definitely maybe playing a little bit more casually since he knows his opponent is forfeited. But still not doing too bad. This is the room that Plasma really helps in, just one-shotting all these enemies. All the balls, violas. Or those multi-violas, I don't remember. So the question is just what path he takes back to East Meridia. I know one of the entrances is to the right of the ship, and we've seen the other one, but I don't remember where. Hopefully Maniacal does, because I imagine it's closer.
This is like... This rando is a form of wizardry to me that I still don't quite understand, so I'll trust your judgment on that one. I don't know. When it comes to like the area shuffle like this, like if it was like a door shuffle, I think I'd be more inclined to be able to answer. But like for area, yeah.
It's definitely an acquired taste.
Like it was great when I remember we did the co-op week for League, and we had area, and it was like you're basically commanding me the whole scene. It was pretty funny. Like, where do I need to go again? You're like, oh, you just got to go here and then here. I'm like, you mean here? He's like, no, here.
I remember you kept mixing up the Red Burn Star elevator and the East Meridia.
Yup.
It's like you just kept giving me wrong information.
Yup. And you're like, what? I'm like, oh, whoops. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this door up here actually leads.
I think it did too.
I think it leads to Aqueduct too, so it's a good entrance.
Which is good because Turian is like right next door. You can just reverse it.
Yep. I was gonna say once we got to Red Tower, I remembered that's where that. Well, okay, it's not the good entrance, but
well, it's not. But yeah,
it is still East Meridia, so. Emerid. I don't know. Nothing beats up north. That's fun.
Up north and
I don't know how I just never made that connection.
All right, guys. There's 2 good band names out there now. Up north and low north. Up for the taking, I'm sure. So if you're like struggling with your friends and you're like, man, what do we call our band? There you go. It's an easy in. Up north. And then they're like, oh, that's like a cool play on words of like up north, right? And like, no, it's like Super Metroid, the video game. And they're like, okay. That's pretty much it, guys. There's my attempt of comedy at 104. It's not great. I apologize.
You did your best.
I mean, probably
not really, but
I was gonna say I probably did not. So Maniacal's going through here.
So the left of the sewers will lead you to Aqueduct because of the area changes.
Got it.
So normally this would lead back to West Meridia, but instead the door it would lead to in West Meridia is grayed out, and this just leads you to the farm room under Batuni Tank.
I knew there was something like that, but I wasn't sure which. There we go.
Yeah, so he's basically an Aqueduct now.
Yep.
It's a little awkward, but once you get used to it, it's pretty nice.
And he just exits it through the powerbomb ceiling there. That doorway he's just kind of passing. Okay.
Well, that exit would lead him back to the ship, and then you have to go all the way back to Red Tower. So he's probably going to go back up. He's going to go in.
Yeah.
Alley,
Yep.
I think.
That makes sense. All right, easy kill coming up here for Botwoon.
I don't think he got it.
No, he didn't. He's just like,
had to look
sure?
at his mistakes.
He just
like,
has a little X-ray there. Did I get it? Wait, really? Scans his vitals just to make sure there.
Yeah, his insides are fried. He's a pure plasma.
No, he's still moving, dude. Still moving.
Just fine. Nothing to worry about.
He's gonna make the attempt here for halfy and or full halfy. Looks like he did a little stutter step there. I don't think he's gonna get it. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't have a good down grab for the ledge.
I don't know. Me personally,
everyone who's good at this trick always says that's the most important part.
Yep.
Because it is. Like, without it, you can mess up everything else, and if you get a good down grab, you can still have a chance to get the full halfy.
Me personally, I just like, if I don't get that down grab, I just always go for just the halfy at that point, because I know it's like, it's done. See you later.
Another easy boss fight coming up. I wonder if he checks the item.
It could be ice. Wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly. There's not really much items left, like aqueducts, really. Are the pits considered as well for East? Yeah, it would be, right? So.
Yeah, the sand pits, plasma shack tool, and the aqueduct items, which he didn't check.
He gave me hell once for checking poster A once for like a major, and I got a major out of it. So
I think
like,
he has
he's gonna go
also
for
done
it
that to
too.
me, and he's gonna do
And
it
he's
anyways.
gonna go for it. Okay. Writing this down for the post game.
Yeah, clip it and ship it. It wasn't even an item.
Just
Look at
grab that. Yeah, I was gonna say just grab that.
You have to. Also, there's a nice little HUD change because half of the E-tanks are covered by the countdown.
Ooh.
So it's blue now.
That's kind of cute.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I think they did the same thing in arcade, where once your E-tanks went over, they turned blue. Even though the arcade was a different developer. So
what do you think of the mode anyways, just watching some full countdown? Like
full countdown or full countdown area specifically?
Let's talk about the full countdown first. I think we've seen enough area within like League and other stuff. That's fine. Like it's full. You can just say it's like just full rando, but like just like let's focus on full countdown for a sec. What do you think about the concept of just like knowing your count of majors throughout these areas? Do you think it just kind of works better with area because you're going to all these different like kind of chewed out and spit out kind of areas within the game? And it's kind of good intel to have on a glance that you're like, yeah, I don't have to worry about this. Or do you think it would kind of work well as well in like a regular run of just like the vanilla area placements?
I definitely think full countdown complements area more than just normal map.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, it makes sense that, you know, the areas are shuffled and you see the items in each area.
Yeah.
Logically speaking, but I haven't done a whole lot of full countdown without area, so I can't say 100%.
I think it just kind of speeds up the concept of area, right? Because now it's like, for example, when we saw, I think it was West Meridia where it was 0, we just knew, all right, don't have to waste any time here, right?
I mean, I think it really speeds up the concept of full in general, because a lot of people don't like full rando because it's just, you go to an area, you check every item you can, you leave, and with full countdown, you can, you know how many of those items will be good, so you can make the decision to not bother checking items. You can make the decision to, you have a lot more knowledge, and I think it works well with full rando in particular. But maybe there are people who are bigger fans of full rando than I am that disagree. I was never a big fan of the mode in traditional randomizers.
Alright, so there's Maniacal descending in the elevator, getting all the stuff refilled. See how Wave Plasma.
Yeah, Wave Plasma is nice. He will need to powerbomb the Metroids, but it's not too slow.
Has tons of health. No issues here coming up. That Metroid is missing some... There we go. It's going to be saying it's missing some stuff there. The green variety.
Yeah, kind of the 30 FPS streaming experience.
Yeah. Sure is. There we go.
That was always the classic of watching old streams, was that the green just would never be shown up. Back in the day when there was one capture card and it was awful. Like Elgato, I think you just had to use it because there wasn't anything else. Luckily for me, I started a little bit after those times when we had actual way to record video.
Same. Me even later with like the Super NT, for example. Starting with emulator, but then that much easier. Especially in like events and stuff, right? It's just pack an HDMI in your console and you're good to go.
I've definitely thought about switching to Super NT. Once I have the... yeah, once I'm out of school and have more income, definitely something I want to invest in.
Yeah, it's a neat little device, right? All right, Maniacal, baby skip. Baby skip.
Baby skip.
Baby skip. He's tight.
He's
good.
in a good rhythm.
Still good. Yeah, he's still good. Just don't do. Yeah, there we go. Okay, he didn't do it. You got it. All right. Yeah, his choice. He can go for speed zeb skip or just super down the zebs at this point. It's got more than enough ammo, has more than enough damage to handle Mother Brain pretty easily here.
Yeah, he can just not bother going for zeb skip if he wants. I think because he's saving, I think he's gonna give it at least a couple of times.
0 attempts, looks like.
Well, you know, gotta make that safety safe.
You know what? That is true. At this point within his position, right? Like, there's no point not to.
Yeah, actually, if in a situation where you know that you win if you finish,
you're only hurting yourself. So
we've got spoiling baseball going on in Twitch chat right now. Definitely something that happens, I guess. Hold up, Maniacal42 in chat? Wait a minute.
what is this? Get out of here.
Bro!
Randomizer police. We have intruder.
It's been spoiled. He's gonna finish in the next 10 minutes. Or he's cheating. Wait a minute. Not actually. I will, I don't want to spoil anything, but I may have access to the race time room, which is currently a finished race.
Alright, that's it. I'm out of here.
See ya. I've seen enough.
I mean, I just see, like, Samus's arm and her helmet jumping up and down right now. This is what this is, this debacle
What else is the helmet for, if not the arms? That's extra protection. You know, that's where they put all the armor, right? In the helmet. That's where you gotta protect it. Not going to be a super great stand-up, but without Ice Beam reducing your damage and the fact that he's taking it safe, not too surprising.
Yup. Easy fight.
Easy enough. Now the big question, will he escape the planet?
Please.
The actual question is, how many times does it take him to get Blue Ball right? It's Maniacal, you know he's going for it. First try, look at that. The showman himself. That's why I picked up the spring ball. He knew. He was ready.
doesn't even go for awesome.
Well, he got blue bomber. He's done showing off. Now he goes for all the hard or all the bad threats. You gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Maniacal is gonna finish an official race time of 1:18:15.8. And he will win the first round of the tournament. His first match of the Swiss bracket. Need to mark him as a winner so he can join for an interview. Maniacal wouldn't leave us, right? There he is.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, GG's on the race.
Hey,
Although-
thanks.
Couldn't
Yeah.
you like play faster? Like,
I definitely could have played faster, but I'm super jet lagged and like out of practice.
oh
so
god, here come the
here come the excuses. Yep, here they come.
God.
Got 100% excuse completion.
Yeah, I gotta remember. I gotta think of all the mistakes Maniacal made.
A hilarious.
He just made so many. I can't remember. them all.
There were a lot.
The
There
hilarious
were a
one
whole
was
lot.
the the LN one. It was like charge waving the Stigas when you had like Mickey Mouse in pocket, and you're like, no, I don't want to do that. And then you're like, got hit 3 times to them, and you're like, well, now I'm in it. Pretty good to watch.
That was pretty great. At that point, it was like, well, the forfeit's in.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to get through it, and like, I just didn't want to do something dumb trying to do something fast and then end up losing a bunch of time and keeping y'all here even longer. So instead I did the slow thing. But did we see where Ice Beam was?
It's in the credits. You will
Okay.
see on the stream shortly.
Yeah.
I do not know where it is at present though.
Overall, I felt okay about it. The early like where the super is going to show up was kind of awkward. I was worried that it was going to gate the supers behind a major at X-ray, requiring that wreck ship entry to get grapple logically to do X-ray, because I'm really bad at early X-ray. But then high jump boots showed up, so that was kind of nice. That being the major and red tower, not having to do X-ray at any point.
Yeah,
Early
X-ray
seed was-
definitely sucks to have
Yeah,
to do.
Early seed was not great.
Apparently, Ice Beam was at the Norfair Reserve, which I was telling you should have checked when you saw the other entrance to Fantoon. I guess I can ask you why you didn't go back to at least check the Norfair Reserve, because I feel like with one major in that area, I feel like going back and being a little more thorough in Norfair was
Yeah.
a safer play.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's Cathedral and the Ice Beam and Crumble Tower, and all of it's for one major against 3 knowns and wrecked ship at that point, one of which is Grapple, which I'm not super excited about. But with 2 unknowns and wrecked ship, I felt like playing wrecked ship and getting the boss out of the way was fine. I really didn't want to come back through, and routes back out from wreck ship looked kind of bad, so if it was gravity, I get pretty punished. But I decided to just play the boss at that point. I felt pretty bad about the really stupid death early, and having to go back and redo about 5 minutes of the game at the start. Just wasn't settled in, wasn't playing well. And don't have great strats for that, to be honest. So something to work on. But otherwise, I didn't hate too many of the decisions. Late game, actually, Derp. I don't know if you had a map tracker out. I wanted to pick your brain a little bit. How do you route the end of this once you verify, of course, that you found Lower Norfair, Kraid's Lair's on the other side of it? What's your route to finishing the seed? I didn't hate the one I chose, but I think there may have been a faster one using slightly different connections out of West Meridia.
I mean, you just needed to get to Red Tower.
Yeah,
I'll
so
be
I can
honest, it's a
take-
lot harder to keep track of all the transitions doing comms than it is when you're
Yeah.
actually playing. But what you did seems about what I would have done.
Yeah, so the two competing routes for me are you're going to get spat out into the Crab Shaft from Lower Norfair. You have bottom left West Meridia, like the tube entrance basically, to Upper Red Tower to go through Upper Norfair to get to Lower Red Bryn, and then into East Meridia to connect back. But that puts you in the back of East Meridia. There was no good way to the front of East Meridia, just because you had to go through all the way through Crateria unless you left through the Crab Hole. Then you could have gone back across Moat into Green Hill Zone into the front of East Meridia, which I'd considered. Or you could Crab Hole into Crateria into Red Tower from the Vanilla Torian entrance. And those are really the three competing routes, and I don't know which is fastest because I just don't know area.
Where did you say the aqueduct transition was?
The aqueduct transition was middle Green Hill Zone, the one with the weird platform that they added above the tube.
Yeah,
item.
I know where that is.
Yeah, and the top of that was Crocomire, but the lower connector was the one on the right side of Moat. So it's possible that going through Crateria to the right side of Moat is better just because of how circuitous East Meridia is from the back entrance before Dragon.
I think that just going, because Red Tower was so close right off of West Meridia.
Yeah.
I think that was the fastest route. Because I don't actually think going through the front half of East Meridia is that slow. Like, it feels bad, but it's not actually that bad with gravity.
Yeah, that was the big thing that I wasn't sure about, was just doing the back of East Meridia for me always feels much worse. I haven't really timed it out that much. I'm very new to area still, so I'm still learning. I think I have under 20 total seeds under my belt, so there's still a lot that is a little bit overwhelming for me in terms of just keeping track of the topology of the map. I still very much need a map tracker to help me assemble my routes in the late seed.
Yeah, it's definitely something that would be interesting to go back and look at, which I kind of think this is why Area Rando is so fun, because really none of us are perfect at it. There's still a lot of little routing decisions that I don't think a lot of people have put a lot of time in figuring out that can save you, a few seconds in pretty much every situation. And I am excited to see how that ends up progressing. Just as a community.
Yeah, like how much do you want to prioritize getting that front entrance of East Meridia versus the back for Dragon entry? And how much does it depend on loadout? Was one of the central questions of this race for me in the late game.
Yeah, all of the three boss areas that have two entrances, there's one that's just so much slower than the other. So there's always the question of if it's faster to go through a closer transition to the slower part of the area, or to backtrack further to get to the easier part of the area. It's a lot of fun, for sure.
Yeah, this one was kind of awkward because you had to go the whole way back and forth through Lower Norfair, through a non-boss area to get into it, and that was kind of lame. But at least by the time I was in Lower Norfair, I knew that Kraid's Lair had to be the back. So
yeah, Randall will do that. It will do that.
Yeah, Variorando will do a lot of things. When it hid the first supers pretty deep, I was like, okay, we're doing one of these today. But then it ended up not being all that bad, really. It just was a bit of a jerk about where it put the first supers, in terms of it put them kind of deep, but it didn't put them in a really devious spot.
Yeah, C definitely looked like it was about to be a troll with all the power bombs, but it actually didn't end up being too bad, I think, for the game.
That's why I ended up grabbing a bunch of those early missile packs. I was just like, okay, we might be in for a ride here. After hearing what some of the other runners have gone through this week before this seed, in terms of like low loadout croc and dumb things like that showing up. I didn't want to catch myself in a situation where I'd skipped like all but 2 missile packs and then had to do fan tune to get anywhere or something.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
do you have anything else to add?
No, no, I'm good.
I look forward to watching it back. GG to gamerX459. Sorry that they weren't able to get through the seed, and I guess just weren't really feeling very positively about the race. So
Yeah.
happy they signed up. Hope they do choose to continue playing, but definitely understand, stepping back from it.
I do think GamerX actually had a pretty strong showing for how little he's played from what I know. It doesn't seem like he's actually played the game very long, but he was using a lot of really nice beginner-friendly tech in rooms like Red Tower.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, I know.
I would like to see him continue. Absolutely.
Yeah, I've talked to him a good bit over the past week, just trying to like help coach up a couple little strats and stuff like that. And I know like even yesterday while I was doing a practice seat, I was getting a message like, hey, how do I do ice without speed booster, for instance? Like, oh, you have to do a mock ball. And then like 30 seconds later, okay, I got the mock ball right away. And like these aren't trivial beginning strats. So it's good to see, the learning and progression as well, even in the newer runners. So, huge GGs for putting himself into an ostensibly area rando requiring tournament. That is not an easy thing to do for Super Metroid. But yeah, also big thanks to Jestro for the tracking, and you guys, Derp and Solsky, for the commentary, which I'm sure was, a blast, if at my expense.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had the right read. Wait, as soon as Derp said, "Can I get I can't get a Discord invite link," I was like, "Well, all right, we're going there."
I had to do it.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate you guys, putting that together and making it happen. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope folks enjoyed it as much as I'm sure I will.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that will probably do it for us, unless y'all have anything more to add.
Just thanks, everyone. GGs, and I look forward to seeing what week 2 brings.
Cool. Let me actually check the schedule. I think we've got one more race.
Yeah,
it's actually going on right now. Simo versus Skarsnik on SpeedGaming 5.
I bet that's awesome.
That's the last race. Of the week. So
yeah,
go ahead and watch that. It's not over, hopefully. We will see you next time.
Bye.